So you've booked your ticket to Japan. Fantastic. You're ready for the sushi, the temples, the anime, the bullet trains. But are you ready to not accidentally offend an entire nation? Welcome to your sarcastic guide to surviving Japanese taboos, those little things that can turn you from a guest into a walking international incident. We're here to help you navigate Japan with humor and respect. Let's get started. In Japan, shoes off at the door isn't just a rule, it's a way of life. The genkin, a lowered entryway, is your shoe removal zone. Inside is a sanctuary of purity. You'll often swap outdoor shoes for indoor slippers and special slippers just for the bathroom. Don't forget to switch back or risk a major faux pas. In Japan, your feet are your first impression, so make it count. Now let's talk about Japan's world-famous public transportation. The trains are clean, punctual, and eerily quiet. In Japan, public transport is a shared space of communal peace, a mobile library, a rolling meditation chamber. It is not the place to have a loud phone conversation about what Brenda from accounting did at the office party. The rule is simple: keep your voice down. If you must talk, use what I call the secret agent whisper. Even your headphones aren't a free pass. If others can hear your music, it's too loud. It's all about being considerate of the shared environment. The game is called blend in. So put your phone on silent, pop in your earbuds at a reasonable volume, and enjoy the quiet, efficient ride. You might even find you enjoy the peace and quiet. Either way, you won't be tourist. Chopsticks may look simple, but in Japan, using them wrong can be deeply disrespectful. Never stick them upright in rice or pass food from chopsticks to chopsticks. Both are funeral rituals. Rest them neatly when not in use. Watch the locals, and if you're unsure, just ask for a fork. No shame in that. In Japan, the queue is a sacred institution. Whether for ramen, a bus, or a train, lines are perfectly formed, like they were drawn with a ruler. Tourists, beware. Cutting in line is a serious social sin. Be a line detective. Find the end, join in, and you'll fit right in. In Japan, eating while walking, arukigui, is seen as sloppy, not efficient. Instead, take a moment to enjoy your food and be stationary. Eat near where you bought it and dispose of your trash properly. You'll avoid spills, and maybe even enjoy your meal more. The bow, it's the quintessential image of Japanese etiquette. It's a sign of respect, gratitude, apology, and greeting all rolled into one graceful gesture. Japanese people are generally very forgiving of a foreigner's clumsy bow. The depth and duration of the bow depend on the situation and the level of respect you want to show. A 15-degree bow from the waist is a standard, polite greeting or thank you. A 45-degree bow or deeper is for very formal situations or sincere apologies. As a tourist, a simple, respectful nod or a slight 15-degree bow is almost always appropriate and appreciated. A proper bow comes from the waist with your back straight. Generally, follow the lead of the person you're interacting with. It's a simple, silent way to say, "I respect you and your culture." In many parts of the world, tipping is customary. In Japan, it's confusing at best and insulting at worst. The service industry in Japan operates on a different philosophy. Excellent service is the standard. Imagine this: you've just had an incredible meal and you leave a tip. The server chases you down to return it. It creates an awkward situation where you're trying to give them money, and they're trying desperately to give it back. The cultural logic is that everyone is doing their job to the best of their ability as part of a team. The price on the bill is the price you pay. That's it. So what do you do if you want to show your appreciation? A simple, heartfelt, "Gochisusama deshita" or "Arigatou gozaimasu" with a polite bow is far more valuable. Your sincere gratitude is the best tip you can give. It's cheaper and much less likely to cause an international incident. Japan is ridiculously photogenic. Your impulse will be to capture everything. But with great photographic power comes great responsibility. One of the fastest ways to get a stern look is to whip out your camera in a place where photography is forbidden. Many shrines and temples have strict rules about photography, especially of the main altar or religious artifacts. These are active places of worship, not just tourist attractions. Always look for signs. If you don't see a sign, err on the side of caution. Don't just point your lens into a private garden, home, or restaurant without permission. Be especially mindful when photographing people. Ask for permission or keep your distance. Ultimately, ask yourself, is my desire for this photo more important than the peace or privacy of this space or person? Put the camera down and just experience the moment with your own eyes. Be a respectful observer, not an intrusive photographer. You've finished your bento box and now you're left with the packaging. You look for a trash can, and keep looking. When you finally find one, there's a maze of bins. Burnable, non-burnable, pet bottles. Most tourists just pack out their trash until they spot a convenience store. It's all part of keeping Japan beautiful. We all get sniffles. In many Western countries, blowing your nose in public is normal. But in Japan, blowing your nose in public is considered quite impolite and a bit gross. You'll notice a lot of sniffing on trains or in offices. It's actually the polite option. So what do? Excuse yourself and find a private place like a restroom to take care of business. If you can't get to a restroom, discreetly dab or wipe your nose with a tissue as quietly as possible. It's also why you'll see so many people wearing surgical masks, even when they're not sick. It's another sign of that collective consideration. So if you feel a cold coming on, pack some tissues, wear a mask if you feel comfortable, and be prepared to do a lot of discreet dabbing and sniffing. Your fellow commuters will thank you for your consideration. Silently, of course. You want to make a good impression, so you put on your favorite scent. The problem is, in Japan, you might smell great, and that's not a compliment. Japanese culture prefers subtlety and neutrality when it comes to scents. In crowded, enclosed spaces, a strong scent can be overpowering for those around you. The ideal scent is no scent at all. When you walk into a room wearing a cloud of perfume, you're disrupting that neutral, clean atmosphere. So the best practice is to simply tone it down or skip it altogether. When in doubt, just go for the natural, clean scent of, well, you. Japan is famous for its crowds. Think Shibuya crossing or packed trains. You might assume personal space goes out the window, but actually it's even more important. The key is to make yourself as small and unobtrusive as possible in crowded situations. On a packed train, people hold their bags in front, stand straight, and avoid unnecessary contact. Tourists often get this wrong, spreading out, leaving backpacks on, or swinging them around. In a crowded Japanese environment, this is incredibly disruptive. Even in chaos, there's order. People adjust their speed and direction to flow with the crowd. So, be mindful of your physical footprint. It's all about acknowledging that even in a sea of people, every individual's tiny bubble of space deserves respect. You see something interesting and your instinct is to point. In Japan, that's considered rude. It can come across as aggressive or impolite. Pointing directly at a person, major no-no. The polite alternative, use a gentle, open hand gesture, palm up, in the general direction. When referring to yourself, gently touch your nose with your index finger. This is one of those subtle cultural differences that's hard to remember, but awareness is key. When you want to show your friend something, use the open hand gesture. It shows you get the importance of subtlety and grace in communication. Visiting an onsen is a classic Japanese experience. The most important rule, wash your body thoroughly before entering the communal bath. Use the washing stations and scrub yourself clean. Only then can you enter the onsen and relax. Embrace the ritual, and you'll enjoy one of Japan's most blissful experiences. No one expects you to become fluent in Japanese for a 2-week vacation. Making an effort to learn a few basic phrases shows a tremendous amount of respect. Konnichiwa, hello, arigatou gozaimasu, thank you very much, and sumimasen, excuse me or sorry, are the holy trinity. Adding a few more to your arsenal will make you a superstar. Eigo o hanasemasu ka? Do you speak English? Is a much more polite way to start a conversation. The effort is what counts. Even if your pronunciation is terrible, the fact that you are trying will be deeply appreciated. It breaks down barriers and turns a simple transaction into a moment of human connection. It's the final, and maybe most important step, in not being tourist. And there you have it. 15 ways to navigate the beautiful, complex, and sometimes confusing social landscape of Japan. Travel is about connection, and understanding these little nuances is the key to unlocking a much richer and more authentic experience. Now you can go forth, confident that you won't accidentally declare war with your shoes, or perform a funeral rite with your chopsticks. You're ready to be the kind of traveler that locals are happy to welcome. If you love learning about travel and want to avoid those facepalm moments, please take a second to subscribe. So go and enjoy your travels in Japan. Eat the ramen, see the temples, ride the bullet train, and soak in that onsen. And now you have the tools to show them the respect they deserve. Safe travels, and thank you again for watching.